Good morning, everyone. Today's going to be an interesting day. Today at Project Merlindale, we have our container pool that just got delivered. It's on the truck right now. We have a crane en route. We are going to crane this 20,000 pound, 35 foot by 9 foot container pool up onto our elevated slab that we have built to support this sucker. So you guys, I've touched on this a little bit. You might not have a whole lot of information on it. So essentially on this house, we are doing an elevated pool. I'll kind of show you this back area here. If you look around, you can see that the back of the house is up off the ground. So to achieve walkout, we are using a elevated system to put the pool up onto a pad so that when you walk out the main level, you will have the pool right there on walkout level. So we had to build this entire concrete foundation system just so we could get the pool up to that level. And we did one of these container pools because you can literally just set this sucker on there and it's done. It's a self-contained unit. All the equipment's inside of it. So it's a pretty easy system. You just bring power and gas and it's ready to go. So let's take a look and see what we got. All right, so here we go. This is what she looks like. Truck came in. This came from British Columbia in Canada. Now that he's standing next to it, you can see the sheer size of this thing. Well, this is our pool. They just got it here. He trucked it all the way from the West Coast. Let's get this sucker in there. All right, so something you can kind of notice right out of the gate is we got lucky between these two bushes here. We have this magical little entrance that we've been using as a construction entrance. But we are on the low side of the house now. So you can see the front is up there, this is the side, and this is the back wall. So this foundation, if you guys recall, was existing. We bought this house with a foundation already in the ground. So we had to completely rip this whole thing apart. We pulled the slab off the top of this foundation and we drilled helical piers down inside of the earth to hit bedrock to support this massive structure right here. This is what the pool is going to go on. And if you take a look at this aerial, you can see that there used to be a large chunk of the house on the back of this house right here. Switching back, you can see that the chunk of the house was right here. We tore all of that off all the way up, and then we extended the steel platform up there. That's the patio for the upper level. We built this situation for the pool, and then we extended the steel over and cut it to make a spot for the pool, as this patio was all the way out to this level over here. So this was a lot of work getting this infrastructure in place. All right, so again, we're here, you know, right where this sucker is gonna go. And where I'm standing, the crane's gonna come park, and he's gonna crane that sucker off of the street. The truck's gonna come down here and we're gonna lift it up there. So let's check it out. All right, so it's a little dark. It's early and it's foggy today, but we're in the basement of the house. Right here is gonna be a double door, and we're about to take all of these down. These were temporary. But you can see we're gonna have a little patio back here. We got scaffolding down here for the stucco guys, they're working. But you can see this giant structure that we built for the pool. And now you can see the bottom side of the pool structure, or the patio structure rather. All this steel was put in with pan, and we poured concrete on top of it. We did the same thing here. So if you look inside of this structure, it looks like a big kind of H with a bunch of extra cross members. So it's 1, 2, 3 walls, and then we panned on top, formed it, and put a 5-inch slab up it. So let's go check it out from upstairs. All right, so now you can get the grand effect. Again, it's a little dark, but we're in our 2-story foyer room here. This is a multi-slide door, and that's a multi-slide door. The kitchen's gonna all be right here, island and everything over there. So you're gonna be able to open this door all the way up and walk straight out, and you're on the patio. It's elevated up off the ground. You have room for table and chairs over here, some loungers over here. It's looking small because all the scaffolds are in the way, but you get the idea. And then this is the pool right here. So the pool is going to be flush with the pavers. Right now it should be a little bit above, if my calculations are correct. But this is exactly where the pool is going to go. So we're going to get the crane set up right down here. We're going to park the pool over there. And we're gonna lift this sucker onto here. Now that we're up here on the patio, you can see how big of a drop off it is going down to the lower yard. So it's really not feasible to try and build a pool all the way up here on this level. That's why we built this bunker system here, this big foundation, and we're gonna set the container pool on top of it because it's a solution to get it all up out of the ground and it'd be feasible and you don't have to have 3-foot thick concrete walls. So it's kind of a cool infrastructure. This is really cool. See, the back tires are turned. As Shem says, they crab walked it. Look, he's gonna turn it again. That's really cool. They can maneuver this giant crane into tight spots just by manipulating those back tires. And look at that giant thing swung easily off the street onto that little turn-in. That's so cool. And then this is the balance in the outrigger truck. I think the outriggers come off the crane, but those are the balances and the weights that they'll use, and the platforms. These are the mats or the pads that they use for their outriggers. These sideways kind of hydraulic jacks that he's standing in front of. They put these mats down on the ground to give them a nice firm footing, something to set the outriggers on. And then they'll use the counterbalance weights as needed to counteract the weight of the item that they're lifting. So they're gonna attach to it right here with these lift jacks. They're gonna attach their rigging to that loop. And then they're gonna use these rigging straps here. And they're gonna grab the 4 corners of this puppy and just lift it up.